girls. Today we're going to learn how to do a racing game using Scratch. Now the first thing that you want to do is you want to go into your sprite creator and stage, and you want to create your racing stage. I just made a simple circle here, drew a checkered flag, and then I colored in the middle and outside part green. And then I went and got this car GIF from Google Images, and then I just changed the colors to what I wanted. But I made it simple red and blue just because that's easy. Alright, so we're going to start here with the red car, because this red car is basically you're the starting car with the red car, and the blue car, our car 2, will be our NPC, or our just someone who races, but that's not you. I mean, you can make it so you're racing it someone else if you'd like, but for now we're just going to make one that kind of goes around by itself, which is a computer, and one that is the car that you control, which is the red one. Now you can make it go either way around. I'm actually going to make these guys point in the direction to the right. So I'm going to make them go clockwise. Perfect. So I'm going to start with the non-player character, or the computer, and basically all you're going to have him do is you're going to have him kind of animate all the way around this track, and then you're just going to repeat it forever. So I go when the green flag is clicked, and I'm going to go forever, and I'm going to say go to here where he's starting now, and then we're going to basically have him glide to a position like here and turn a little bit. So let's glide to here, and we're going to turn a little bit like that, and then we just continue that all the way down. So we're going to have him go a little bit down to here. We're going to have him turn maybe 2 times. So instead of writing it 2, you can just do 15 plus 15 is 30, and continue on. One other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure he starts in the same position that you started with. 1, 2, 3. So we want to make sure that he's when he starts, he is pointing in a 90-degree angle, or the right. Starts to the right. Alright, so you're going to continue this all the way around, and what I did was I don't want to do that. You saw how I did it. You just continue this all the way around. But I'm going to just grab something out of my backpack, and there we go. Same thing, I just cut out the work a little bit, and let's take this one over here. Make this here, and you can see once you're done, this is what's going to happen. It was that same thing, kind of just turning and gliding, and he'll just continue to go in this pattern around and around. I mean, the more glides you have, the more turns you have, the more code that you put into it, it's going to be less choppy. As you can see, there's some kind of choppiness there, but for now, that's good enough, because that's all I needed to show you. Alright, perfect. Now that you have your NPC and your track and your cars, the next thing is you have to control your car. So with your card, we're going to be able to change his speed based on what you want. So we need to go to data, we need to create a variable, and it's going to be called speed. And speed is basically going to be for how fast you're going. And I'm going to put my speed here. And we want to track how fast we're going with our speed. So with this car, we're going to do, when the green flag is clicked, let's go ahead and set our speed to 0. We also want to make sure that we start where we are, so we can go here. Now, we want to be able to change our speed. So to do that, I'm going to use the arrow keys up and down. So it's going to be really easy here. I'm going to go, if up arrow is clicked, we're going to go ahead and change the speed by 1. I'm going to duplicate this. And if down arrow is clicked, we're going to decrease the speed by 1. So you can kind of go backwards and negative. And if you want to test it out, you can see the numbers are changing from speed in the middle. I'm not going yet because I haven't set that key yet. Alright, now, next we're going to go a forever, and we're going to move a certain speed. This speed is going to be the speed that we have here. So I'm going to click forever move speed steps. So when I start here, my speed's at 1. I'll have to click the green arrow. I can basically go frontwards and backwards. Still can't turn yet, but I can go frontwards and backwards. However fast our speed is, that's how fast we're gonna go. Going -20, -4, and stop. Alright, perfect. Now we need to actually control our turning. So this is going to be a right and left thing. So let's go right arrow, duplicate, and left arrow. And that's going to be the turns here. So we're going to do the top one, or turn to the right when we push right, and then turn to the left when we turn left. So now, let's click this green thing here. I can go like this, and now I can actually turn, and I can actually go around the track. Pretty nifty. So now we're both racing. However, it's kind of easy like this. There's no really obstacles. So one way that you can kind of make it a little more challenging and keep your car on the road is if we add some rules. So let's make a rule here where it says if I'm touching this green color, my speed's gonna go to 0. So if I'm touching color green, my speed, set speed to 0. Now when I start, I'm starting to go, whoops, I didn't start the right way. So I'm starting to drive, and boom, I'm dead. I'm driving, I'm going, I touch the green, stops. So it makes it a little more challenging. This is just one of many different ways you can add variables to your racing game to make it a little more fun, a little more challenging. But for the most part, this is your racing, and you can go into the Cops Kids coding game for how I did racing to give you some more variables. But I think this kind of gives you an idea of basically how racing is done. You can also track your laps by adding in a variable for laps. You can do time as well. It's just kind of up to you on what you want to do. But basically, this will get you started. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.